This video explains what projects are and the benefits of using them in your classroom. Projects involve students working together to produce something in English. Students may be required to research and present information, create something, or design something. It may even be a combination of these tasks. Projects require students to work creatively and collaboratively on a longer task, which allows them to use English in an authentic way. Working on projects develops a variety of different language skills, as they often require learners to read, write, listen, and speak. In addition, projects also help students develop 21st century skills. By working together, students can develop their ability to cooperate, to communicate, and to solve problems. A project group must make decisions together about how to achieve the final task. This develops learner autonomy, reducing their reliance on the teacher for instruction. Project work can increase learner motivation by providing a break from standard lessons and give opportunities for exploring personal interests. Through projects, students are encouraged to be creative and think critically. Now let's see where to find projects in Gold Experience 2nd edition. At the end of each unit, there is a Switch On lesson, which provides video input and related comprehension tasks. It's followed by a project task. Projects usually have a research phase, a production phase, and an evaluation phase. They could involve working in pairs or groups, or even as a whole class. They can be completed in task as short activities, for homework, or they can be worked on over an extended period of time. Let's have a look at how to vary the scope of a project. Here you'll see the project task from Unit 1 of the B2 Students book. Once students have watched the video and completed the discussion and comprehension tasks, they can move on to the related project. In the Students book, this project has 4 stages. 1. Research festivals around the world that involve preparing and eating particular foods. 2. Choose one festival and create a class presentation. 3. Present your work to the class. 4. Discuss as a class which festivals you would like to go to. You can extend these as much or as little as you like. You could have students research very superficially using their phones or even their memories, and do the whole project within one class. Alternatively, you could have them carry out the research out of class. You would set the project up in the first class, including discussion on as many research-related themes as you feel appropriate, from discussions around possible sources to note-taking techniques, or even how to credit a photo or idea. For this phase, you could have learners work alone, in pairs or in groups, and could even give project teams specific criteria to add challenge. For example, you could ask each group to look for a festival in a different country, or a specific time of year, or ask them to pick one that is important to someone they know. You could simply have them prepare their presentation for the next class, or you could ask for a fuller presentation, perhaps in larger groups, and have them work on it out of class over a longer period. Giving students choices in terms of the format of their presentation can be motivating and give them more scope for creativity and individuality. You could let them choose, for example, whether to create a travel brochure, a short video presentation, or a live spoken presentation. Alternatively, if there is a possibility of building something real, this can be even more motivating. For example, if you have an exchange program at your school, you could have students work on local festivals and put together a guide for visitors. If students are spending considerable time on the project, you may want to set specific criteria to encourage a variety of language. For example, in this project, you could ask students to include an account of how the festival started, to elicit past tenses, a recipe for food vocabulary and imperatives, and a description of what makes it special, which should elicit comparatives and superlatives. If you plan to assess the presentations, it's important to give students guidance ahead of time on how this will work. Will you only be looking at the language they use? What about the creative element of the output? And the quality of the research? Or evidence that they work together? Finally, when it comes to giving the presentations, how will you encourage the rest of the class to pay attention? Will they take notes in order to ask questions at the end? Perhaps you'll follow up with a discussion and then a vote on which of the festivals the class would most like to attend. Maybe you would like the other project teams to select the best ideas they hear, with a view to planning a festival of some sort at your school. As you can see, the student's book contains the framework for a range of interesting projects, which you can adapt for your class in many ways. How you decide to use them is up to you. In this video, we've looked at what projects are and how they can benefit learners. We hope you and your students enjoy using them. For more information on Gold Experience 2nd edition, why not explore our other course materials?